Two big first-person shooters here seem to be making their own Battle Royale mode, and one even trusts Battle Royale enough to dump their own campaign mode. Now before we get into it, if you want to support this channel more, please go check out my Patreon link down below. Black Ops 4 is this game, dropping what is sometimes a much loved part in Call of Duty in favour for a Battle Royale mode, or what they call it, Blackout mode. Another game this year, Battlefield 5, is also doing this, but at this point in time, it doesn't look like they're going to be dropping anything in order to do it. Today we're going to be looking at the differences between these two games and see what would work with a Battle Royale mode and what doesn't. One of the biggest differences between these games is the amount of players in one game session. Most Call of Duty games have the size of their games at around 30 players, while Battlefield will have theirs anywhere from 60 to 90 people in one game. One of the main reasons why this is being pointed out is the fact that a Battle Royale mode would make more sense in the current shape of form that a Battle Royale mode sits in Battlefield 5's case, as this game mode would fit more of the bigger player count. Unlike in Call of Duty where the average game size is around 30 people, and you see Battle Royale game modes currently with normally around 100 people to make the games as big as possible, keeping the size small enough to be handled by a normal internet connection. While it isn't that hard for Call of Duty to make room for that many people, it would make a massive difference between the normal COD games, and it's still currently unknown how the fan base will react. One of the main points to take out of this section is how Call of Duty is currently not a game that could handle such a massive amount of players in their servers, and Battlefield is.
We have taken Objective Alpha.
Before we go any further, I want to look at this in a more positive light. By now you would have gathered that Battle Royale as a genre is here to stay, and with one game within the genre blowing up to the size of Minecraft, it's not just going to disappear in a blink of the eye. With these AAA games picking up the genre to try and make their game more popular to the masses, it is highly unlikely that Battle Royale will die down just yet. In fact, this could be the saving grace for the Call of Duty franchise within itself. You see, the style of game that Call of Duty has been for years is getting old real fast, and if Black Ops 4 was just another Call of Duty game, then it would have died off a little quicker than World War II did earlier this year. Whilst them dropping campaign mode to make this Battle Royale mode isn't the best idea to a fan service point of view, it makes sense in the business side of things. You see, Treyarch doesn't have the numbers to do this new mode and for the game and still do campaign mode. So this idea of dropping the campaign mode is a good idea. This means more time and effort will be used in making this Battle Royale game mode. Going further in depth, many people are actually hating upon this fact, putting all their hate and rage towards Krzear because they're making a Battle Royale mode, and more fact that they're dropping the normal campaign mode. But there is a bright side to this. As I said a moment ago, this idea, this change, has the chance to save the Call of Duty franchise from the fate that Need for Speed suffers from. A fate where the genre becomes so overpopulated by the same franchise, not doing too much different to the game before it, it just becomes less and less of a reason to actually buy the next game. With Treyarch dropping campaign mode in favour of a Battle Royale mode, this makes sure that they're going to do their best to make sure this game mode is as good as it possibly can be to the devs themselves. This will give them a higher chance for Call of Duty to be redeemed by this game mode, but not complete. But one of the main reasons why this could really save the franchise is it gives players a reason to buy the next game, apart from the fact that it's another Call of Duty game. Currently, Battlefield as a franchise isn't on a downfall, as this game is yet to really disappoint players. While Battlefield 4 is currently the peak of the franchise at this current point in time, it's still a very well-loved game by most of its fans. And within this fact, Battle Royale mode isn't going to be doing too much to help Battlefield 5. In more fact, it's just going to be another game mode that is going to be played by many people, and that's about it. As you can see, Black Ops 4 and the Call of Duty franchise as a whole has a lot more to gain from adding this game mode. Battlefield 5, as I said a moment ago, just would feel like another game mode that Battlefield had. Looking at this, it is going to do more good than bad. And earlier in this video I said Call of Duty isn't that type of game to hold a big amount of people, but there's no set rules saying that a Battle Royale game mode should have 100 players. Basically, it just needs to be a large enough amount of players that it can become chaotic at times. And the rules to a genre are never really there apart from how they get categorized. And to add on, this will breathe new life into these franchises, and it's a good thing. In fact, one of these franchises would have gone in a big downfall into 2019, and they still can if they fail here. But anyway, if you have a topic for me to talk about, make sure to tell me in the comments down below. I make sure to read everyone's comments and try to reply to them all. But until next time, guys, Crazy Bear out.